The one above all versus the presence. In the comic book world, there's always a comparison between Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
But what happens when the strongest in Marvel and the strongest in DC have to clash to see who truly is the strongest in all of comics? So
DC
who wins?
universe is the strongest? What?
God of Marvel versus the God of DC. The one above all versus the presence. These aren't gods in the traditional sense. They're not fighters who swing hammers or tyrants who sit on fire thrones. They're the architects of the thrones themselves, the very ink that paints those hammers into existence. And to compare them is not to set the stage for a gladiator fight, but to peer behind the curtain of reality itself, to ask which story holds the strongest author, which silence holds the deeper truth. With both of these gods being seen as omnipotent within their respective verses, the only way to compare them is to see how vast their cosmologies actually reach and whose throne sits the highest.
So basically the one that created the bigger universe is the strongest. Let's keep
staring at each other from opposite sides of infinity. The DC cosmology is not a flat map but a ladder, each rung a reality higher than the last, each step a climb into deeper abstraction. At its base are the universes that we recognize, Earth 0, Earth 2, Earth 3, and so on and so forth, with these things being actually pretty fragile, as the Crisis on Infinite Earth showed us how easily infinite worlds can be collapsed into one, only for later crises to spawn multiverses anew. Between these universes flows.
Wait, what? I thought Crisis erased every every other timeline / multiverse except one. What?
The Bleed, a crimson ocean separating realities described as both the bloodstream and the ink margin. Heroes like Superman have crossed it, but mortals can't endure its storms for long. Here, narrative becomes literal, and the Bleed is the red line that separates one story from another. In contrast to this so far, the Marvel Universe is an ocean, fractal, and endless. At its base lies the multiverse, a branching coral reef of infinite timelines, each dimension spawning infinite universes, a self-replicating fern.
Golly, what the fuck? My head rocking, bro. I can't. Yo, this shit making me confused, boy. What the fuck going on, man? Infinite.
Earth 616 is the trunk, the prime reality, but from it grows infinities without end.
Why wouldn't Earth 1 be the trunk? Alright, I guess 616 is the trunk.
Inside each universe already lies a multiverse of layers. The subspace, also called hyperspace, is the skeleton connecting all that Reed Richards once mapped to infinite dimensions. The negative zone, the antimatter mirror of existence itself, lies within it. Even within a single Earth, there are infinite dimensions stacked like sedimentary layers of infinity. And just like DC, these physical and mystical domains dwell as abstracts: eternity, infinity, death, and oblivion, anthropomorphic personifications of the concepts that govern existence.
What did he just fucking say? Anthropomorphic what? Alright, man, I'm gonna go to bed with a headache, bro. This shit get confusing already.
To them, these worlds are figments, galaxies that flicker of thought. Above that lies the superflow, a realm that binds universes conceptually, not physically. This is the medium of stories where archetypes swim before filtering into the material universe. In comparison between both cosmologies, the Bleed of DC, the red bloodstream of stories, mirrors Marvel's superflow where narratives connects and concepts swim. Both are oceans of metaphor, one scarlet, one luminous. Beyond the Bleed in the DC cosmology lies the Spear of the Gods, a balcony of myth where archetypes reside. Heaven stretches in light, hell festers in shadow, the dreaming sways under Morpheus, and New Genesis and Apocalypse orbit in eternal war. Here gods are not mere people, but living ideas. Darkseid as tyranny incarnate, the endless personifications of concepts given flesh. Beyond this balcony drifts Limbo, the graveyard of forgotten stories. Here sits abandoned characters wandering among shelves of lost comics. Limbo is not geography but commentary. Even discarded fiction has a place in DC's cosmology. Above Limbo looms the Monitor Spear. The Monitors view the entire multiverse as fiction to be cataloged. Their archives house the storybook of existence where Dak Novu becoming Mandrak and fighting against Cosmic Armor Superman, and when Superman ascended here in Final Crisis Superman Beyond, he saw his own reality as mere panels on a page. At the edge stands the source wall, the infinite boundary.
He was like, oh, with Jim Marie. What didn't Jim Marie do this too? He could see the path. He could see everything through. Ooh, when he reached Nirvana and shit. I ain't never finished God of High School, but I need to finish that shit because I heard that Jim Marie's like on top of game, bro. He like over there, like boy, like Jim Marie. I heard he surpasses Goku and all that. And considering the two are version of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, which stands above both of them, I'm kind of curious how strong Jim Marie is for real. I need to finish God of High School, man. And they need to animate that shit, bro. People were like, they were complaining because the God of High School did not have a story. What the fuck did y'all watch? What the fuck did y'all watch? There is a story. It's just that it's kind of in the background during the first season, and then like after the first season is really like the fights and all that, the martial arts, but behind the scene you see the story settle in little by little, and then season 2, bam, it hits you. Like the whole shit started going crazy. And I stopped like at season 4 when like I don't remember where I stopped, but there were like clones of Jin Marie when Jin Marie disappeared after his grandpa killed the gods with a single kick. Yo, Jintei shit is crazy, bro. Jintei shit is cool. Nah, Jintei shit is crazy. He cool with it. Alright, I'm watching a Marvel video. How the fuck did we get there? Anyway, I need to finish God of High School, bro. I need to get back on that shit.
Filtered with petrified corpses who tried to pierce it. Beyond it lies the source, Kirby's wellspring of all creativity, the fire of the divine itself. The wall is the edge of knowability, the source the ink of creation. In comparison, at the edge of creation in Marvel's Omniverse waits the neutral zone, described as the outer walls of space-time, touching both inside and outside all at once. Beyond it lies the Beyond, the engine room of creation.
Beyonder. I heard about him. He one of the strongest.
Beings too infinite for continuity, maintain the engine, the skeleton of reality. The source wall, the petrified edge of DC, parallels Marvel's neutral zone, the white border where reality's skin touches the outside. Above even that are higher planes, the fifth dimension where imps like Mr. Mixie treat reality like a child's toy, and the sixth dimension, the control room, where the world forger sketches futures before they're descended into being. Within Marvel burns the white hot room.
I have never heard. Yo, these shit are way deeper than I ever thought, bro. What the fuck? These DC and Marvel is way deeper than I ever thought, man. I thought we were in some like galactic fucking wars and type shit. Now you talking about 3 dimensions and all of that. What the fuck, man? How are these people? Yo, let's be honest. The Avengers are not being a 4th dimension guy, bro. How the fuck do we got these people out here fighting the Avengers, bro?
Heart of the Phoenix Force, the fire of becoming. It is both the Alpha and Omega, the Big Bang and the final flame, the source of the Omniverse's cycle, and it's from here that the entire cosmos dies and is reborn. The 5th dimension of DC, the playground of the imps, is super similar to Marvel's White Hot Room, the campfire of creation where possibility reshapes itself. Both bend logic into imagination. The 6th dimension, DC's control room of futures, mirrors Marvel's Beyond, the engine room of existence run by the Beyonders. Both are drafts, blueprints of what will be. Above this in DC sits the overvoid, the blank white page, the infinite silence, waiting for the presence to inscribe reality upon it. The presence is the axis of this ladder, the invisible author whose hand stretched through the darkness and brought light to DC's infinite shelves. Within Marvel, after falling past the white hot room, you plunge into the abyss, the land that should and could not be. The impossible, the non-existent, the kingdom of never. Rise past it and you ascend to the house of ideas, the supreme throne room of the one above all. Here lies all realities as drafts, all universes in inkstrokes. It's Marvel's heaven, the studio above the story, the crown atop all that can be. The one above all is the writer of this ocean, the supreme consciousness holding the pen and eraser alike. Finally, the overvoid, the blank canvas which all of DC is drawn, stands against Marvel's house of ideas.
I haven't been listening, bro, so I have no idea which one did what is, which of the two did the craziest thing, bro. I'm just so impressed by how deep DC and Marvel is. It's crazy, bro.
Is the studio where the one above all writes his scripts. Both are pure metafiction, silence and page, author and ink. Both Marvel and DC's cosmologies are extremely vast, but one stands above the other. Before I get into that, let's compare something more tangible. At the beginning of creation, the present birthed Michael Demiurgos and Lucifer Morningstar, the twin titans of DC's foundation. Michael wields fire and the power to create raw matter from nothing, while Lucifer, with infinite imagination, can shape that matter into anything he wants. Together,
wait. Is he talking about Lucifer Morningstar from like Lucifer the series? Cause I saw them in a crossover. Is Lucifer the same in the series with the blonde girl? Is it the same Lucifer he's talking about? Cause when I was watching The Flash, that I heard of a crossover. I saw like some TikToks and some clips of that crossover where I don't know, the guy with the blonde hair that was, I don't know if he was a detective or something. He went to meet Lucifer and I was like, why the fuck is he there? I don't know, bro. Y'all gotta explain shit.
The DC multiverse, and Lucifer even carved his own creation apart from the source. And Michael's death shook reality like a second Big Bang. Other avatars echo the presence will. The Spectre, his wrath incarnate, once clashed with the Anti-Monitor so violently that the multiverse itself quaked. The endless embodied concepts, dream shapes narratives, death guides even gods. Destiny's book contains the future of all things. Even the darkest night, flooded with crisis energy, reshaped existence but never stepped beyond the presence's framework. Marvel's God too wears a mask. The one below all is the one above all's shadow, the infinite abyss of hatred, the counterweight of creation. Every gamma scream, every Hulk rampage.
The one above all, and then there's the one below all. Okay. That's clean, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That shit clean.
Age is an echo, and he also manifests himself in many other physical forms. Where the presence breathes through angels, the one above all stretches through editors and readers. Its avatars is an infinite number. Speaking of infinity, the presence's strength is infinite. He defined life and death. Every endless concept exists because he declared it to be so. Lucifer admitted that his rebellion was only possible because his father allowed it.
So the presence in DC, the presence is the father of Michael and Lucifer. Yeah, that makes sense. He created them. I don't know why I didn't thought of that, but yeah.
There's wrath is boundless.
But then that mean that the presence is the black guy that appeared as God when he showed up in Lucifer, and he left. All right, I'm so confused. I'm guessing the Lucifer, the series, is different. It's not a DC series.
In God's will, leveling universes, fighting beings who threaten existence itself. Even the great darkness, the primal shadow before light, is described as not his rival, but his creation. The one above all is equally as untouchable. In Fantastic Four 511, the one above all personally resurrected the Thing, demonstrating his control over life and death unrestricted by cosmic law. The Phoenix Fire Force, said to be the one above all's spark, is the light that births all stories. The one above all holds the house of ideas, where he can erase realities with the back of his pencil or author new ones with a single stroke. He is omnipresent, existing in every moment, every panel simultaneously. Unlike Galactus or the Beyonders, who act within rules, the one above all defines the rules themselves. The presence doesn't have speed, he's omnipresent. The one above all is not durable, he's the narrative. Both of their powers dwarf even the highest beings beneath them. The darkest night with his multiversal crisis energy is still a Lego block in the presence's sandbox. The Beyonders who killed the living tribunal are still just engineers working in the one above all's workshop. The endless embodiments of concepts are just words in the presence's mouth. The abstracts, the embodiments of physics, are characters to tow a script. Now, after going through all of this, you probably think that the one above all and the presence are dead equal, which is almost true, but there is one thing that separates both, placing one throne above the other. It was stated that many have tried to overcome the overvoid, even the presence himself, meaning potentially the presence could be equal with the overvoid instead of above it, and the presence.
That means that the one above all is the strongest. So why was he trying to? Was he not the one that created the overvoid?
Even admits that there are other beings that are even beyond him, but the one.
What, bro? There are beings above the presence, which is the guy who created the entire shit, bro. How the fuck does that even work?
Above all, and Marvel existing above every realm that they've ever created, and in some
How is there beings above him?
below every universe that they've ever created. So while both of them are described as infinite and omnipotent, only one of them is truly
the one above
all-powerful.
all.
So in the matchup between the god of Marvel and the god of DC, the winner is the one above all.
And his
In the
name is
end,
the
both
one above all. That's crazy. Like, none of y'all under me. All y'all under me, bro.
of these beings are truly incomprehensibly powerful characters. The
Yep.
twin lights that both
God
birth
damn.
all of existence. So if you're asking which god is stronger and which one will obey, you should have already had your answer, because his name gave it away.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video,
Nah,
make
he
sure you guys
said because his name gave it away. Nah, that's crazy. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That is tough, bro. God damn. Yeah, and when you think about it, his name is the one above all. He's above everything. Everything. Alright, bro. That's just, yo, that was clean, Devon. That was clean, bro. That was clean, Devon. That was clean. I'm not gonna lie. That was, you know what I'm saying?